Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect. Today we are going to be setting up automation to go ahead and collect experience and items from our mob dropper and also get ourselves set up with some emerald exchanging from our villagers. So I hope you guys are ready. So I've been out here hunting a little bit and I ended up getting myself a zombie egg because I really wanted that zombie egg. So as you can see, I have been definitely hunting. I tried to also get some endermen as well, but I mean, any ender pearls are going to be great regardless. So with that zombie spawner, or that skeleton spawner, I can now turn it into a zombie spawner, which is what I really want. Because like I said before, we're going to use that zombie flesh to make emeralds with our villagers. And we're going to use a cleric for that, which I'll show you by today how we're going to do that. I also really need to light this whole area up. These mobs that spawn at night really reduce the amount of spawns that spawn in here. And then we're also going to get this thing automated today to some extent. So we need phantoms before we can do that. Phantoms are going to be a little bit more challenging to get a hold. Oh, you were pushing yourself right up to that cow, and I don't want to kill my cows. There we go. Oh, and I got another egg from that. Look at that. Wow, we are getting so many eggs from this. All right, so phantoms ended up spawning. All right. So we just kind of have to protect ourselves while we kill these guys. Oh boy. Getting phantom membranes is always a good thing to have though. Man, these things hit pretty hard. Oh, there we go. I wonder if I can fly up. It's almost daytime. Oh, we got that one. I wonder if I can come up here and get it myself. Oh man. This guy's making it hard. There we go. Awesome. And that's kind of what I wanted. By the way, some of you guys were saying that you're having problems landing with your jetpack. You got to be really careful. Like right before you land, like hit the space bar so you make sure that you are landing really close to the ground. Otherwise, you're going to take a lot of damage and you're going to be spending a lot of time repairing yourself just like that. So now that we have that phantom membrane, I think that I want to sort of change the way my spawner works a little bit. Right now, I have to kill them. I don't want to have to do that. So that's where the player damage trap is going to come in handy. This thing is really nice. It just requires a diamond sword, and it also requires phantom membranes and a couple of black plates and some cyan dye. Cactus, I know we have some. So I need to make some of that. I probably have to go get, I definitely need to go get some more squid. So I'm gonna have to find some more squid, which sounds, yeah, it's not as easy as it looks because they just don't spawn as frequent as you would hope they would. I literally have to stand here for a little while and hope that, yeah, we get some squid to spawn. It's not a guarantee. Now that I got all the items required for this thing, let's go ahead and finish making this. The cyan dye there and the black plates. Well, that's right, I have to convert the squid ink over. Perfect. And this should be enough plates, I think, to like handle a lot of these different things we might end up making. But here are our player damage traps. These things are really awesome because it's pretty much going to automate our process. Now, I do want to grab experience. I don't know how expensive it's going to be to gather experience, but I do know there is an experience pylon that is going to require, it's not too bad. Let's take netherrack. Let's go ahead and cook that down real quick while we wait on this. A fire charge is not hard to make, I don't think. Yeah, just a little bit of blaze. We have tons of blaze. So a fire charge, pretty simple. The crystallized amber. This right here is, oh, not that bad either. I mean, we have everything for it. Okay. Everything else is just lime dye. So we do need another cactus. Now, keep in mind when you do cook cactus down, it does turn into another item. You'll see here that it does change into cactus paste. And you just put the item in here and you get the green cactus dye out of it. Super easy there. But making lime, bam, we've already got this whole thing made. A hopper, done. Vines, shears. I'm pretty sure that we can just, like, I think there's a swamp biome nearby. Can we make vines? You'd be surprised. No. So we will need to find some vines. Luckily they do spawn in certain biomes. So I'm gonna fill up my inventory here, and it's like we're hunting for specific items, but this will basically get this farm automated, and then we can start upgrading it. I mean, it took a little bit of time for me to find this biome, but it was well worth it, because look at the frogs from Cork. Oh, they're so cute. You can punch them. They make the squeaky noise. Oh, that's so cute. I can't even. Yeah, that was worth it. That was worth the trip. Oh, that sounds not okay, but I like that sound. I love it. It's like a squeaky toy. Oh, that's so good. But yeah, these frogs are added by Cork, which is really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and just harvest a bit of this. We can of course grow it in our own base, which is really nice. There's also some flowers over here, which is kind of nice as well. I mean, look at all these flowers. This is really densely packed. All the different flowers. Look at that. I will take some of these. These allow me to make more. So back to making the experience pylon. There we go. Let's hope it works as well as it should. It should work pretty good. Now that's not the only thing I want to make, because I also need to gather the items that this is going to be dropping. And we need to store that into a chest. I'm thinking about getting into the large chest today. We'll probably touch on that mod a little bit, because I think it'd be kind of cool. But let's just go ahead and work on how we're going to get items in. And that is going to be with a hopper. Just not any hopper though. An ender hopper, which says vacuums up nearby items and puts them into an inventory. So I think this is going to probably be the best thing for us. How are we lacking in obsidian? I have no idea, but it's not really going to matter too much, because I mean, it takes like a second to get obsidian now. Oh, you know what? I can't give props enough to Dyer for this tool. Super amazing. The mining gadget is probably going to be one of my favorite new toys come 2020 here soon. Man, I can't wait. I hope this becomes like a new thing. All right. So now that we have all of these things, we're going to need somewhere to store the items. And I think that's where we're going to get into chests. Is it called chests? The colossal chests. Yeah. And I think just making a basic colossal chest might be a decent way to store the items. You know what might work better than colossal chest? Because I don't think the colossal chest is going to be the greatest thing for this. I think sticking with a smaller chest in actual size, but in internals being quite larger, and just going with iron chests, this should work. So if we go with the regular iron chest, all we're going to be doing is just upgrading a chest, right? So if it works, that is, okay, so we need a copper chest first. Kind of okay, so copper first, then iron, then gold, right? Or am I going a different way? This is copper, iron. Okay, iron. The gold needs a silver or iron. Okay, there we go. And then the diamond, which will take this. And we have a diamond chest. Now, if we make a crystal chest, it's going to be a diamond chest, but we can see into it. So that'll be kind of cool to have. And all we got to do is set this stuff up, right? We do our player trap. I'm going to actually use some slabs for this, just to kind of get this all set up. So let's head back over where all of our mobs are at, and even grab some torches, because at the moment we don't really have enough light over here, and so mobs can easily spawn all around our building, which is not a good thing. Not at all. I know it's just a giant ugly cube, but it'll be well worth it. So I'm going to break this, because this is no longer really needed. And right where that mob is standing is where our player trap is going to go. Just like that. And then I guess, I think this auto collects experience orbs from nearby players. We break this here. And then we hop in and grab some dark wood just to make things look like they should. We should get everything up and running. Oh yeah. All right, so I'm going to try. The player trap is already down, ready to go. It should collect experience over here. I hope. You know what? Let's just dig into this and place it right here. So that way we know it's definitely going to be done that way. Look at that. It's automatically killing them. The experience is being collected. Well, it's being collected for us. We can place the crystal chest here. The experience pylon here. And let's see. So the experience is definitely going into here. You can see there's 14. Now, how do we get it out? There's not a way. Not a way to get it out? Is there? It just says collects experience. Oh boy. It says 0. So maybe whenever I collected it, it went in. And then also, let's go ahead and throw the Ender Hopper on top of here. And that should pull the items. And you can see the items going into the chest. Nice. And this, shift right click, shift punch. We have 35. And that got put in here. I'm kind of, I don't know. Usually this has a GUI, so I don't know if this is actually working. But I mean, it is collecting the experience. Unfortunately, not for us. I don't think. Is there fluid experience? Use sugar on an experience pylon. And we get experience confection. Okay. That might be how we get the experience out. Oh my gosh. If we tap sugar on here and it gives us like an edible experience. Look at this guy. Maybe there's not enough experience in here yet. There's only 10. So I don't know. That might be a thing. But that's what it says. Use sugar on an experience pylon. Oh, it says pylon. Okay, pylon not enough. So there needs to be more experience. That's kind of cool, actually. That is kind of cool. So we're going to let this do its thing. We can't throw that there, so... I do want to convert this into a zombie spawner, though. That is definitely what I'm wanting to do. So one of the things I know will help this work way better is clocks. So if we make a few clocks, we can use this to decrease the amount of time between spawning. So if we just have a few of them, I'm going to go ahead and just do this many for right now. And if we also get sugar, we can lower, the sugar is going to lower the minimum amount and the clocks are going to lower the maximum amount of delay in between the time. And then we also need a zombie egg. Not a zombie egg, a zombie egg. There we go. And of course, I always throw my food back in here. Perfect. Yeah, we're going to lower the amount of time here that it takes. And all I got to do is just get access to the top. Oh, nice. It starts to rain. Switch this to a zombie. And then let's go ahead and use the clocks. So the clock, I just keep using clocks on it. And each time we use a clock on it, it is lowering the amount of time. I don't think I can see it right off the top. If I was to break it, I could see what the numbers are on this spawner. All right, and then the sugar. I want to do this much, so let's leave 6 behind. And this should make this spawner a little bit faster. Not the greatest in the world, but it should make it a little bit faster than what it was. And now we want to increase the amount of zombies that are actually going to spawn. Let me go ahead and sleep and get rid of this rain. And then we're going to increase the number of zombies we can have spawning. So to increase the number of mobs spawning, we need fermented spider eyes. And increase the spawn count. So how many actually spawn. And it just increases the maximum. We also probably need to increase the player range. That's another thing, so we don't have to stand so close to it. It'll just always be active even if we're not standing close to it. Let's hit these up. And that should also increase the amount of zombies that spawn each time. I mean, this should go pretty fast. Oh yeah. You hear how many zombies there are now? Oh my gosh. This is already working way better than I thought it was going to. And now we should have enough experience in here to be able to use sugar on it. And we did. And look at that, it spawned that item. All right, so what do we do with this? Is we just eat it and it gives us experience. That's kind of cool, but it is going to prompt the need for a sugarcane farm. Still pretty cool. So now we need to set up our villager, and I would like to find a villager that doesn't really have a, I guess we're going to have to do, no matter what, all of these guys have their profession set, but we're going to go up one. And in these walls here, these corner pieces is where I would like to have a couple of villagers. So if I break this down here and place the villager basically right here, which we can obviously place it anywhere, which is super nice. There we go. We have this little hole here. Still need to clear this, and this. There we go. Make it look nice and neat for our villager in its little home. And what we're going to do is put a trapdoor up here. We're going to place our actual brewing stand here. And if we place a trapdoor up top, this villager won't be able to see anything else around it. So it'll be stuck basically to connecting to this brewing stand. And if we place it back here, eventually this is going to wear off. It's going to not be a farmer, and it will connect to this brewing stand. And thus, we will have ourselves a cleric. And that's what we're going to use to transfer and get tons of emeralds, or at least that's one way we're going to get emeralds. We're just going to basically trade with that guy and trade rotten flesh. So we have to wait till the right time of day. Right now is definitely not the time of day. They're probably done working for the most part. But this seems to be working pretty good. I went and grabbed my rotten flesh, and this guy is turned into a cleric, and this is what I was talking about. We can thus trade 32 rotten flesh to this guy for some emeralds. And eventually, once we get this guy leveled up all the way, it will present us with emeralds, which is super nice. So we can just basically grab emeralds from that guy anytime we need them. But by that time, we'll probably have an Enderman farm, potentially. Hopefully, if by the time I've killed enough Endermen, we could eventually upgrade this and turn that into an Ender Pearl farm. But so far, this is going to work pretty good. We still need to upgrade this thing more and more. This thing can get incredibly fast at spawning in zombies. It is unreal at how fast this thing can actually spawn mobs in. So yeah, even at the rate that it's already going, it's incredibly fast, but it can go way faster than this. And plus, eventually, once we kill the wither, we won't even need to stand by it anymore. So since I know we're going to need a bit more sugarcane, I probably want to get it set up. Now, I know this isn't the most efficient way to grow sugarcane. Don't get me wrong, I completely know that. But right underneath this line here is a row of our cables, our original cables. And apparently they are affected by water, so I needed to go this route. Normally I would go the block here, go down to skip a block, and then leave it where there's like a little 4-block area where you can plant sugarcane. That I know is the best way to do it. This is just going to have to work. And I'm pretty sure the plant sower will still work. I think this will also work with it. Now, I don't think Snad is in here. I wish it was. That would be how I would grow sugarcane. And I do know that there are easier methods in 1.14 to just duplicate sugarcane with a 0-tick farm. Super cool and super easy to do. I mean, really easy to do. Like you could just do it with a boat. And I've done it in several of my vanilla 1.14 Let's Plays. So, if we take a look here, we have some sludge built up. This sludge is actually used to generate random resources later on down the road. But I'm going to use this right here as a moment to get... Where did my roof go? Did they remove a block? My roof is gone. I guess they removed whatever block was up there. I just noticed that. How strange. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to find a new block to put on my roof. Anyways, yeah, this is just the sludge is used. I don't know if it'll show what it's used for, but you basically use a sludge refiner, and the sludge refiner will give you like different items, like clay and things like that, and dirt and stuff, which I mean could be useful. Yeah, I did not do this. So strange. So I was just looking through the mod list, and I realized They must have added this in the latest update or something like that, because I looked completely over it. I didn't even realize Simple Storage Network is in here. So I think this was a recent update that this was added, because this is an amazing mod. If you don't know how this mod works, it is like refined storage, but doesn't require power and is super powerful. I mean, we can even make it right now. Like, I have no problem getting into this. To get stone slabs, let's go ahead and make those. Yeah, we can actually use this, and temporarily I want to kind of demonstrate it a little bit, because I really do. We will probably even use this. It has so many uses, even for like simple storage management and things like that, and moving items around. These cables are really good at item transfer and filtering, hands down. Wonderful. So, I mean, all we got to do is make a bit of it. Just craft a few things. We've already made a dropper. Is iron really something that I need a little bit of? I think so. We're gonna have to go mining again. Oh boy, I can already tell. But yeah, this thing is, so this right here is our storage inventory. And then we're gonna make our storage request table. And how this is gonna work is we also need a storage master, which is gonna require some quartz, as you can see. And I guess diamond. Are we really out of diamond? You know what? I really believe we are going to have to go on an insane mining session. So maybe we'll touch on this next episode, because this is definitely worth touching on. But I think we're gonna have to work on doing some more mining next episode as well. So guys, this has been a pretty interesting episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Oh, let's go over here and see what this guy has to offer. Okay, yeah, that's a notch apple. I'm gonna buy that for a couple of emeralds. So yes, please. By the way, earlier this guy had wither skeleton skulls he was selling for like 5. And I was like, there's no way you're selling wither skeleton skulls for 5 emeralds. So emeralds in this game are gonna be super powerful. Definitely worth getting this farm up and running that I already have going. For one thing, it's gonna help you with getting enchantments. We're gonna work on getting enchantments real soon. And things like this. Dude, that's a really good trade. You have to usually find these, but now you can go. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also ring that notification bell, and also click that like button. I would really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next episode, and as always, thanks for watching.